Hello everyone. I hope you can hear me. Let me just put the background sound a little bit low so you can hear me better. So here we are. We'll wait for a few minutes until few more people will join. So as you know, we had called this session where we can talk about freelancing, AutoCAD, Fusion 360 and SolidWorks. So if you are into these stuff, then you are on the right place. You can ask your questions, you can ask your queries, we'll try to answer that. Also, if we'll go and check out in the comment section, I had written a simple note that explains about, like, if you want to ask any questions, then first introduce yourself with your qualification and experience. So whoever asking the question, I can know you better. So you can ask questions via the chat box only. That's the only way, in the comment section only. Okay, so I will check out if we can do something to automate. Okay, so there is no other options. So today we are going to talk about freelancing first, and if you want to start a career as a freelancer, then definitely this session is going to be very helpful for you. We'll talk about the basics, we'll talk about how to get started, we'll talk about where to get started, and the platform and the things like that. So if you are a mechanical engineer, if you are a CAD designer, if you are a industrial designer, then definitely this is going to help you. But before we'll move forward, there is one thing that I am also a mechanical engineer, graduated back in 2013, and from then I had so many experience in industries, like different sectors. And from past few years, from I think past 4 5 years, I'm working as a full-time freelancer and CAD designer. Okay, so the first question is coming from Priyansu, and the Priyansu is asking that. Okay, so Priyansu, first of all, thanks for joining, and you are BTech in biomedical and robotics engineering. That's nice. So, did you finish or you are still studying? Okay, so until then, so these are some of the topics that you can see on your screen. So we are talking about, like, what is freelancing and what are the skills needed, who can be a freelancer, who can master the what are the skills you need to master, how to master those skills, how to build a portfolio. And especially mechanical engineers, we don't have portfolio most of the time. The computer science CS person, they have portfolio. The graphics designers, they have portfolio, but as a mechanical engineer, we don't have portfolios. So if you are from mechanical engineering department, please guys, please focus on building a portfolio, because that's one of the most important stuff. That's one of the important document for a mechanical engineer. Okay, so Priyansu is from MIT Muzaffarpur. I think we had already introduced with ourselves earlier. Okay, so Priyansu, you can ask your questions. So what we're going to discuss today, we will talk about how to build a portfolio. Then we'll talk about how to utilize digital platforms. There are multiple digital platforms where you can start freelancing. So how to utilize those platforms and outrank your competition. So these are the things. And then we'll also talk about how to maintain the quality, because the quality is also very important thing. If you are if you want to start serving your skills, serving your services as a freelancer, then if you'll not maintain the quality, no one is going to come back to you to get your services. So to maintain the quality, it's important, and there are certain steps that you have to follow to maintain that quality. You'll follow those steps. If you follow those guidelines, there is most probable chances that you will be able to maintain the highest quality. Then there is also very important thing, and that thing is like, the next thing is like, beware of spam, because there are so many fraud people, fraud companies operating around and looking for, especially new freelancers, those who are just getting started. They want to fool you, they want to take some money from you. So learning those practices, knowing about those practices will help you save from those scams, those spams. So it's also very important, and this is, I think, it's really very important to educate engineers, to educate freelancers about the digital is how to be secure and safe in this digital world. It's really very important. And after that, the thing is that believe in yourself. Believing is also very important. Once we'll give up, we cannot continue the thing that we are doing. So we have to keep believing in ourselves that we can do it, and we'll definitely will do it. And the last is the testimonials. Like, whatever the task you are doing, you should know how to ask for the testimonials. And testimonials are basically feedbacks or reviews, you can say. So whatever the projects you are doing, whatever the task you are doing, you always have to learn how to ask for reviews, and from whom you can ask for the reviews. These are the things that you should know. So these are basically the things that we will be talking about, the freelancing stuff, about this freelancing content. Apart from this session is also about like how we can, if you have any questions related to Fusion 360, right now we are into Fusion 360. So if you have any questions related to that, you can ask us. We'll try to help you, because those questions could be related to modeling or drafting, designing, rendering. So you can ask whatever you have. Maybe it could be of simulating your stuff, applying joins in between multiple components. So it could be anything. So we'll also try to help on that if we can, if the question is within our range. So just go and ask, because I'm already a I'm already Fusion using Fusion 360 for about multiple years. I don't know, maybe 6, 7, 8 years. I am using Fusion 360, and now I own the commercial version. But earlier, I used to work on student license. Then I moved back to hobbyist license, and from past 3 years, I think I'm using commercial license, the paid version of Fusion 360. So if you have any questions related to Fusion 360, just go and ask, because uh, may- it's not because since I'm using this tool from very long time, definitely I can help you. I had seen all the updates Fusion 360 had made during these years, all the changes the team has made. I know all those things. So if you have the question, just go and ask. Okay, so, and apart from this, we are also going to uh, so here is one of the model that I had created. It's a very simple bottle design. It's a transparent bottle design, and with a cap over onto the top. It's a semi-transparent cap, and you can notice I had applied some semi-transparent material onto it also, with some, you can see that there is some little bit of opacity. So if I'll show you the section view, maybe you can see it better. So here is the section view. Let's make a section, and we'll show you how it looks from inside. So let me find the origin first. Yeah, here is the origin. Anyway, we can show you section from here. So you can see it's solid from the top, and the moment we'll start moving down, there is a bottle cap, threads, and the stuff like that. So if we'll go into the bodies, if I'll turn off the base body, you can see this is the top cap, right? And there is no internal threads, because this design is not for practical application or for manufacturing. Up to this point, it's simply a mock-up. or you can say it's a concept. We had some threads onto the top of the bottle throat, but we don't have any threads onto the cap. So these are some of the designs I did in Fusion 360, very simple designs. And here you can see the one design I did earlier. It's a simple chair wheel. So if you have the rotating chair at your home, you had seen there is a wheel at the bottom, and sometimes it happens, it breaks, right? So um, this project is not very practical, but I did. So what I did, I had 3D model this chair that you can see on your screen right now. Just a second. Just a second. Let me close this one, the existing one. So again, I'm repeating. If you have any questions, you can just ask me. I'm here to help you. I'm here to answer all of your questions. And you don't have to wait. You don't have to hesitate. Just go and ask if you got any questions. So here you can see this is the wheel that I had modeled earlier, and it was a replacement wheel for my chair. Um, at that time, I used to have a very basic 3D printer that was a kit I had built, and on that kit I had printed this wheel using the ABS material, ABS plastic filaments. And I had used this wheel into my chair for about 3 4 months, but after that it broke because it was a filament material and it broke. So even after printing, it was not very good, but still it helped me to balance my chair. So that was the time when I had the 3D printer, and I used to make different projects. So this is one of the project. Okay, so the next the person has joined in the chat box. I can see Yagraj Singh. So Ikraz, if you can please write little bit about yourself, like about your qualification experience, then I can guide you better. Okay, so you're directly like, are you using any platforms like Fiverr, Upwork, or do you work with the clients directly? See everyone, even myself, when I started earlier for the first time, I started through the platforms only. My career started into freelancing from one of the platform that was freelancer.com. And maybe the time I had started, there was no much competition, there were very less freelancers. So when I started, there were very few freelancers, so the competition was very low. I started doing projects related to design, drafting, and 3D printing. So from there, from my career started, then I started exploring other options into freelancing on the online platforms. Then I also explored Fiverr, and on Fiverr also I got good success. I never tried Upwork because Africa has very strict policies, especially related to your number of accounts associated with your email or your government ID. So that's because I was not very successful on Upwork. But yes, I started from online platforms. But from past 3 4 years, I'm not using these platforms very much. So even if I'll show you my profile, let me just open my freelancer.com profile. I'm not very much active onto it since I used to get projects directly these days. And here you can see the last project I did 3 years ago on freelancer.com. So from past few years, I'm not doing any projects through these platforms just because the competition is very high, the prices are very low, and and to get those projects, you have to spend a lot of time bidding onto the projects, talking with the client. So these are some of the reasons I stopped bidding onto this platform, but still my account is there, and that is not much active. So this is one of the thing, but definitely in future we will keep trying if we'll get some projects, but these days I'm mostly getting clients directly. Okay, so Kegraz is again asking that I am an automotive engineer currently working as a freelancer. That's great. You are into 3D visualization artist, and I'm also very good in using CAD and have good experience of manufacturing processes. Yeah, that's really nice. Definitely your skill can be monetized on these digital platforms. But again, I'm repeating, in 2025 these platforms are overcrowded. Like the ratio between the projects posted and the number of clients there is a huge difference, and because of that it's really tough to compete. But there are few things that you can follow. If you follow those things, definitely you can compete on these platforms also. So we're going to discuss those as well, so you have to stick with this video, you have to stick with this live stream session, and you will learn a lot. Okay, so I can see there is one more person, Milan Tommy. Hello sir, myself Milan Tommy. I'm a graduate mechanical engineer now working as GET. That's great. So you are working as graduate engineer trainee, right? Milan, that's really nice. If you're working somewhere, you got your first job as a GT, that's really nice. So, especially when you start working as a GT, this means that you get an opportunity to explore different departments. Like when you are just a graduate mechanical engineer, you are not pretty sure like in which department you should join, which is your area of your interest. So as a GET, you can start exploring different sectors and departments, and the one that interests you the most, you can join in your future career options. So okay, so you are asking, Milan is asking that I have a doubt. Is there any future for Fusion 360? Like there are so many competitive software in our opinion. Should I switch to other software? See, Milan, right now, frankly, if I frankly, the limitations of these softwares are very high because it cannot be used in a big industrial projects, since this software is mostly designed for product design and industrial design, especially for consumer related products, right? So yes, some companies had started adopting, like those who are into CNC machining and product designs and the stuff like that. But those who are into actual machineries, like someone who are creating big manufacturing assemblies and the stuff like that, they will not be able to work on Fusion 360, because in that case it is super slow software. So definitely learning Fusion 360 will give you added advantage if you learn the CAM feature out of it. It's very really nice into Fusion 360, especially the manufacturing section. But simple CAD design, in terms of CAD design, you can learn different softwares like SolidWorks. There is no competition about SolidWorks. It is getting used in all level of industries, like the medium scale industries, larger scale industries. All industries are using the SolidWorks software. But Fusion 360, these are mostly used by the startups these days or the hobbyist. The industries are not adopting this software because of its limitation, right? But if you want to work as a freelancer, then definitely this can be your first choice, because I told you, and there is a thing that you have to understand. Just give me a second. I'm opening a sample design for all of you just to show you. Okay, so yes, Yagaraj is saying that I'm not able to make use of it. So if you can help me guide how to get freelance clients for CAD, that could be helpful. So this is what I do. I used to share my knowledge about, like, as a mechanical engineer, what you can do to get projects as a freelancer. So if you had joined, I don't know when you had joined this live stream, but in the beginning of this session also I had told that uh, all the time you have to start from building your portfolio. So the moment you start working on the projects, start working on your portfolio. That's one of the very important thing. So we'll do one by one. Just give me a second. I just want to open that design, and I'm just trying to open that, and because of graphical issues I think it's not opening. Just give me a second. Yeah, okay, I got it. Just give me a second. I will open it. Okay, so let's start about freelancing, because most of the people want to learn about these things only. So the first thing is that what are the skill needed for freelancers? So the only skills that can be monetized are like those can be monetized digitally. So because digital skills, if you have the digital skills, that can be scaled, that can be used for different projects, that can be used anywhere across the globe. But if you have some physical skills, like if you are good in something like welding, soldering, or the stuff like that, those cannot be monetized, right? Those can be monetized, but it can be only be, you can offer your services to your local clients only. But if you have digital skills like design, drafting, or some creative thinking, or maybe analysis or the stuff like that, then definitely you can monetize those skills. So here you can see this is one of the design I created earlier. So it's a simple garlic press mold, and it has three components. The one component is this main component that has some teeth, and then this one, and then it all goes into this pocket. You just keep your garlic over here, and then you press it, and you will get your garlic from these these openings over here. So it's a simple design that I had created. I just wanted to show this as a markup. So I was talking about, first identify your skills that can be monetized, and those skills most of the times will be digital skills like CAD designing and the stuff like that. Now the next thing is that who can be freelancer? Anyone can be freelancer, even if you are working full time, and if your current employer does not have any constraints, then definitely you can keep freelancing. You, if he doesn't have any problem, if the company does not have any problem, then you can keep working as a freelancer, right? Now where you can master those skills, and these days if you are into 2025, I believe learning any tool or software is not limited by the resources. All those things are available online for free. You don't have to join courses, or you don't have to buy courses. You can buy some of the very small courses that could be completely affordable, but there is no need to enroll for huge courses, that those who are offering for very premium prices. There is no need for that, because most of the contents are available online and also structured. The only thing that you have to know is like how to do your proper research to find out those contents. Okay, so this is the thing, and then building your portfolio, and that is very important. So okay, let me just take a question that Milan is asking, that I do have a doubt. Is there any, okay, so if I am into product designing, this software is good option, right? Yes, if you are into product design, especially consumer related products, medical related products, or a product that is a single product, then this software is super useful, because you get the complete ecosystem from designing to drafting to simulation to machining. So all these options are over here only. Because in other software, if you'll compare, you have to do the CAD designing in other software. If you have to simulate in some different software, you had to create some rendered images or the files in some different software, or you have to set up for the machining, let's say CNC or additive manufacturing, you have to do in other software. But in case of Fusion 360, you will get a single platform, and all things are available, all tools are available, a complete ecosystems that you will find. So yes, definitely, uh, for product designer, Fusion 360 is like a, what I will say, it's like a heaven for you. Just go and explore. Okay, so I think it answered your question. And now let's move on to our portfolio. So portfolio is really very important. And when you are building your portfolio, the few things that you have to keep is, always try to include some attractive images inside the portfolio. And if you can explain those things, what you had achieved in that project, that could be much better. So instead of adding just images, you can write some case studies, like what are the how you had executed that project, what was your thought process, what helped you to, means what inputs did you get from the client, what was your final output, how you had solved the problems. If you can include those information also with your good looking images, I think that's enough. That will help you get your projects in your next projects. Okay, so Milan is again saying that I face this problem, like most of the industry just ask for design engineering rather than product design to me. I am I like more product designing. How can I find jobs? See, so for the product design industry, there is means see in India, especially in Asian countries, uh, we don't have much options for the post that is known as industrial designers. Even the term is not very famous. We do have simple design engineer, and those design engineers will be mechanical engineers, and they will have knowledge of each thing. But if you'll go into the fact, the industrial design and mechanical design industry is different. They have different thought process. They have different study backgrounds. But in India, it's all about like mechanical engineering. So if you did mechanical engineering, you can serve as a design engineer and you can design any products. That's the thing. We don't think much about UI and UX of the products. only keep start designing and making things, and if it's working, if we are not facing any problem in manufacturing, that product is good. So that's the thing. So yes, it's really tough to find job profile as a product designer, but as a design engineer, if you can segregate the exact job requirements, then definitely you will find your dream job. And that you can only find by, if you'll go and explore the LinkedIn job openings also, there you can read and go through the job profiles, what are all the job requirements, what are the tasks you have to do inside the company. So they used to list all those information, and if you'll go and apply carefully, if you can filter out the jobs that is most related to your experience or your interest, then definitely you can find your dream job. So that's the way, like you can follow LinkedIn. Also, to optimize your resume, you can use chat gpt. It's really very simple, just use chat gpt. There are tons of videos online available on YouTube that you can see and watch how to optimize your resume as a mechanical engineer. Just go and check it out and optimize your resume first, and then start applying. And when you are applying, always apply new jobs with a cover letter, and each cover letter should also be customized, and that can also be done through chat gpt. You don't have to rewrite and think all those things. Simply copy the job description, paste it into the chat gpt, and ask chat gpt to write a cover letter for you. And then you can copy that cover letter and paste it into the job profile, and with file attaching your resume and portfolio. So portfolio is important. Without portfolio, you will never, you're you are without portfolio, you are nowhere going. So here you can see, right now we are learning about building a portfolio. So I told you how to build a portfolio, and there are tons of online platforms also. Like if you cannot make it in PDF or Microsoft Word or some other platforms, you can use online platforms. Like you can start building your portfolio on the if you can do a personal website for you, and that is also fine. You can build a simple page that is free. There is no need to buy a domain or hosting. You can make it on a free blog websites like that. Also, you can use platforms like, there are multiple platforms like, there is a separate video I had created about this. So if you want to check out this video also, you can check out how to build portfolio and what are all the platforms available. Since I already have a website, I used to build my portfolio over here, and here you can see I had also created different sections of portfolio. Like for the rendering, I have different section, enclosure design, product design. So what are all the tasks I do? I had segregated the stuff. And when, let's say, if you go into the enclosure design, you will see most of the projects related to enclosure design. So in enclosure design, it's mostly related to 3D printing and the stuff like that. So my portfolio is not very good. I never say my portfolio is extremely good, but since I got an early moving advantage, I started doing freelancing very early. So because of that, I had a stream line of clients, right? I always have some work that I had to finish, I have to do. So that's the different thing. But in 2025, if you want to get started, you have to differentiate yourself by your portfolio only. And that could be a practical project, the project that you did for any of the clients. It could be a personal project that you had did for to improve your skills. So whatever it is, but you have to document it as a case study. What are the problems you had solved, what are the steps you had taken, and then attach a very good image, very good looking stuff, like this. Like here you can see I had attached some images that where the products are exploding, and I'm able to show all the components. So this gives confidence to the client that whatever I had designed was a practical thing. So this is the process that you can follow. Use your platform of your choice. It could be free, or it could be paid, but that's a different choice. For that also, you should go and check out on the YouTube. There are tons of videos, but build a portfolio. That's what I want to focus more on. Then the moment you are done with your portfolio, when you have something like 3 4 images within your portfolio, and when you are pretty sure about the specific domain that you want to target as a freelancer, then you can start working on different platforms. So if you, in the beginning, if you are not getting clients directly, what you can do, you can decide a platform. You can decide platforms like fiverr.com, freelancer.com. So there are multiple options, upwork.com. But when you are just getting started, I never recommend anyone to start from Upwork. Why I do say this? Because Upwork is a very good platform for freelancer, but at the same time it is very strict. So let's say you created an account today, and if you will not get projects for 28 days, somehow, whether you are not available or whether your skills are not ready at this moment, then you will be banned for lifetime. They will remove your account and they will ban you for lifetime, and you will not be able to create any, it means you will not be able to get started onto the work from that moment. So it's really very important, when you are just getting started, build your accounts on these two platforms only, Fiverr and Freelancer. Start exploring on these platforms, finish all the options they're asking for, like your profile, complete your 100% profile and the stuff like that, and then you can start doing the stuff, start working on the platform. And there are so many things, like you have to bid onto the projects, you have to place, you have to submit proposals. So every platforms work differently, and for that also there are so many videos onto my channel where you will find how to start bidding onto the platforms correctly, how to start sending proposals on fiverr.com. So these are the basic things, but the first thing is that you have to be ready with your portfolio, and then you have to be available onto these platforms, because more, if you give more exposure about your profile on the internet, there is more chances that you will get the project. Register on each and every platform that you see about freelancing onto the internet. Just register on each platform and upload your portfolio everywhere, so you will get more visibility, first thing. And also your ACO ranking, your Google visibility will increase because you are available everywhere. So that's the thing. And then definitely you will start getting some leads from different platforms. Now this is the thing. Now I told you that you can utilize digital media to generate leads. Like you should be available on Instagram, you should be available on Facebook, you should be available on LinkedIn. So you have to be available on everywhere, because you, now you want to work as a freelancer, you want to present yourself, you want to sell yourself online. Then the first and the only requirement is that you have to be available on each social media. That's the only thing, and you have to be available on everywhere onto the internet, right? You don't have to sigh about, like, if someone will see why you are doing this, or if you are thinking that your company will think that you are working full time here and still offering your services as a freelancer, then if you are thinking like that, then it is not going to work. You have to be free from your mind. Uh, you have to go across your constraints, across your limit, and then start keeping making profiles, showing availability about you, about your work everywhere on the internet, right? Even in all the Facebook groups, all the WhatsApp groups, post about yourself everywhere, because once the people will start knowing you, they can start offering you the services. Maybe at that point of time, as today they don't have any project for you, but in future, if they will have something, if they know about your skills, then definitely they can get in touch with you, right? So that's the thing. Now the next thing is that once you are starting on these platforms like Fiverr, Freelancer, there are so many people who are started created account, but they are not getting projects. And always I say the reason is, if you want the projects, you have to separate yourself from the existing competition. And how you can do that? First thing is that always upload your portfolio items into these platforms. Because let's say I'm a client and I'm coming for some plastic design project, then I will look for the freelancer only who will have something about plastic design into their portfolio. I'm not going to hire someone who has some metal experience, because my project my project requirement is different. So that's why I say upload your complete portfolio on each platform, right? You should be available, your profile should be complete. The second thing is to segregate yourself, to differentiate yourself from competition, existing competition. Always bid on these platforms or send proposal on these platforms during odd hours. When I say odd hour means, uh, normally the working hour in India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, right, in these three countries, Asian countries, we have a working hour of 10 to 6, right, from morning 10 to evening 6. So even the freelancer, normal people, normal crowd is keeping bids during these times only. But if you want to differentiate yourself, you have to start bidding at a very uneven hours, like maybe in the midnight, after 12 o'clock. So that can help you differentiate from others, right? That's the way. And at that, in that case, there is more chances that you will get some projects, you will get some leads. So always try to bid on a odd hours onto these platforms, especially Fiverr and Freelancer. That's the second trick. Now let's move on to our next thing, that is about delivering a, always try to deliver on time without compromising the quality. So that's a simple thing. Like if you are accepting any project, before giving green signal to the client, you have to be 100% sure, not 100%, 110% sure that you will complete, you will be able to execute that project. If you're not, even if you have a 1% confusion, don't accept the project, or let them very clearly that this is the confusion in this area, I will need some more time. So if you want to maintain your quality, if you want someone to come back to you next time also to hire you, then you have to maintain the quality, and that quality can only be maintained if you know exactly what you are doing, right? So that's the thing. Now, so maintain the quality, always deliver on time, even earlier, because sometimes the client also asks for revision. So if you have a strict deadline, they will get some time to adjust your design or drawing also. So always deliver before time and maintain the quality, maintain the deliverables, what you had promised, what you had charged, right? Now, the next thing is beware of spam. And this is very important. I had seen so many freelancers who had lost their money, who had lost their personal hard earned money uh, because of these spams, because of these frauds. So, when you are just getting started, don't just believe blindly on anyone. Like, let's say I started freelancing today, posted my profile on freelancer.com and fiverr.com. So, it's very understood that I'm not going to get projects just within a day, right? But if someone comes to me and saying that, okay, okay, this is the simple task that you have to do, I will pay you $1,000, and you will see that okay, he's paying very good amount of money, and then you will start showing the interest, and then he will take all your information, personal information, and even if he is tricky, then he will ask you to install some software onto your PC, and that could be the problem. So in that case, you have to be very practical. You have to think very practically that my experience is new. No one is going to give me for a simple project 1,000 rupees, $1,000 rupees, right? So it's really very important that understand yourself, beware of these peoples, especially the fraudster who are on the internet, and don't just believe anyone. Even if you're working as a freelancer, try to take some advance money, right? Even if your client has contacted you directly, try take at least 40% of the project amount as an advance, right? And the rest you can ask from them once the project is being completed, because I had seen so many cases that someone got some project from Facebook groups. He has completed the project, he has spent his hard time and weekends onto that project for 3 4 days, and then once he submitted the project, client has stopped replying. So that is also the case. So it's really very important, take some advance, ask for the advance, and that could be really very helpful. Okay, so the Ram is asking that, sir, where I can find the freelancing opportunities mostly. Ram, can you please introduce yourself with your some experience at least, or some qualifications, so I can guide you better? Okay, so this was about these things. Then the next thing that come is that beware of spam. Okay, so once these are the things that you will follow the simple things, then definitely you're going to succeed, right? And then the next thing is believe on yourself. So believing is very important. I had seen so many person who has started wanted to work as a freelancer, but they are not giving their 100% uh, onto this new domain, new what I will say profession. So if you want to work as a freelancer, you start giving 100%. Try as much you can, because when you are working just as a simple single freelancer, or when you are not married, you have lots of time that you can dedicate after finishing your working hours into your companies. You can utilize those time in learning a skill or earning something, right? So if you're learning a skill, that's also good, but if you're not learning something, at least earn something, right? And just by earning also, you will be able to learn some skills. So it's really very important to utilize yourself, keep believe in yourself, and then slowly the things will change. The person who will not stop learning, they are going to grow much better than anyone, right? Now the last thing is ask for testimonials, and testimonials are important because uh, if you'll follow a simple rule, if you'll know a simple rule, if this is my profile, let's say I had some 200 reviews, right? So this is my profile, and if I am bidding on a project, at the same time you are also bidding on a project, right? You are a new freelancer, you don't have any testimonials or reviews, right? So the client is definitely going to look for my proposal, even if I am cheap, sorry, even if I am costlier than you, even if my bid is higher than you, he's going to look for my proposal. Why? Because I got some good reviews. Here you can see I got some good reviews, like 5-star reviews, and just because of this, he will have confident that I will be able to finish his project. But in case of you, since you are a new freelancer, you don't have any testimonials or reviews, they are not going to hire you. They will not be have confident in you, frankly. So what you can do, whenever you are completing any project anywhere, like even if I'm completing project anywhere, then you can ask for the reviews. That could be like a Google review, right? You can ask for the review on Trustpilot. You can create an account on Trustpilot, and then you can ask for the reviews from your client, because here you can see I had some Trustpilot reviews. I will show you just Trustpilot review. So I had worked with some clients, those are not onto these platforms, Fiverr Freelancer. So what I did after finishing the project, I had asked those clients to give me a review onto Trustpilot. So Trustpilot is a website where you only have to give reviews. You can, the client will also be happy to, if he got his project completed with highest quality within the time, and definitely he's also going to give you something very happily. So just ask for the testimonials or reviews. So these were all the things that you can explore. Also, this article is available online if you want to check out and explore, like how to start freelancing career as a mechanical engineer. You can check out this article. I had written this in 2022, in the year 2022, and even today it is still very relevant. Like people, if you want to learn something about freelancing, just go and check out this article. I will paste this one into the chat box, so you can check out the chat box. You will find the link, and from there you can explore this complete system, complete process. Now, so this was all about freelancing. Now if you have any questions about AutoCAD software, because this is a very close to heart, this software is very close to my heart. Here you can see I had started my career as a design engineer using this software only, this simple AutoCAD software. I had created so many projects about drafting, design, and some 3D modeling also in the beginning. But I had utilized this software and I had learned so many things. So if you want to learn those also, just just give me a second. My video is not working somehow. Let me check. Okay. Let me check. My video is not working. Anyway, so what I was saying, that you have to learn how to use this software, AutoCAD software. And this is a very simple software. Everyone who is getting started into the industry must have to learn through this software only, AutoCAD. And this is also one of my favorite software, because AutoCAD has given me the life I wanted, given me the freedom that I needed, and whatever I am today is because of this simple AutoCAD software only. So guys, start learning this software, start exploring this software, because this is one of the basic skill that you have to be on your resume, right? If you are a mechanical engineer, if you are an electrical engineer, even if you are a civil engineer, even if you are a some other engineer, then you should learn how to use AutoCAD, the basics of AutoCAD at least, because this is one of the minimum requirements, like we used to have like Microsoft Word or Excel or the stuff like that. So learn this software today, right? Start learning this software, at least the basics, like how you can open the drawing, save the drawing, how you can share the drawings. These are the things. So let me know if you got any question about this also. So now I'm waiting for your questions, because whatever I wanted to discuss during these videos, I already discussed. I'm only Now I'm completely open to discuss your points. Like if you have any problems, confusion, or anything, you can just ask me. I will try to answer them. So just let me know, guys. Any questions? I'm waiting for the questions. Just write into the chat box if you got any questions. If you are facing any problems, if you are facing any difficulty, just go and write. Okay, so let me just check the comment section if someone is asking something. Okay, so I think I'm almost done with all the things that I wanted to discuss. And now, if you have any question, even for after this live session, you can just write into the comment section. Even into, I will try to answer them. And if you're watching this live stream still, if you're still watching this live stream, please do like my videos, please do support my videos, support my channel, because even in the future I will keep doing sessions like this, and I will keep sharing lots of contents related to design, 3D printing, AutoCAD, SolidWorks, Fusion 360, freelancing. So if you want to learn any of these things, just be in touch. See you in the next session, guys. Thank you so much for joining.